BTS's training session at Rogers Stadium in Toronto reportedly ended with an intense moment as Taehyung and the other members made their way out of the stadium. What appeared to be a routine departure quickly became chaotic when a group of excited fans gathered around Taehyung, with some reaching out to grab his hands and attempting to get close enough for a hug. As the crowd became increasingly difficult to control, Taehyung appeared to be surrounded by fans moving toward him from different directions. The sudden rush created a tense situation, raising concerns about the members' safety as staff and security worked to guide BTS toward a safer exit. The moment reportedly unfolded within seconds as the group continued moving away from the stadium. Jungkook then appeared to react quickly, stepping closer to Taehyung as the crowd pressed forward. Fans described the moment as Jungkook seemingly becoming protective of his fellow member, positioning himself near Taehyung while security attempted to create more space between the artists and the crowd. The situation eventually began to calm as security personnel intervened and helped direct the fans away from the members. Taehyung and the rest of BTS were then able to continue toward their vehicle after completing their training session. The incident quickly drew attention online, with fans discussing how suddenly the crowd had become difficult to manage. While the moment has sparked emotional reactions among ARMY, it also highlights the importance of respecting personal boundaries during BTS's public appearances. Fans may be excited to see their favorite members up close, but allowing artists and security enough space to move safely remains essential, especially during crowded departures after rehearsals and sound checks. The atmosphere outside Rogers Stadium in Toronto initially appeared relatively organized as BTS members began leaving after their training session. Fans had gathered nearby, hoping to catch a glimpse of the group, but the situation seemed manageable at first. However, the mood reportedly changed rapidly when Taehyung became visible among the members making their way toward the exit. As soon as Taehyung came into view, the crowd appeared to become increasingly dense. Fans moved closer together, with more people trying to get a better look at the BTS star. What had started as an excited gathering quickly seemed to turn into a much tighter and more difficult-to-control crowd, leaving less space for the members and their security team to move through. Taehyung appeared to have difficulty moving freely as several fans reached toward him. Numerous hands could reportedly be seen extending in his direction, with some fans seemingly attempting to touch or hold his hand and others trying to get close for a hug. With the pathway becoming narrower, every step forward appeared increasingly challenging. The tense atmosphere intensified as Taehyung continued trying to move with the rest of the group. The situation appeared to happen very quickly, leaving security personnel to react while attempting to maintain a safe path. For fans watching the moment unfold, the sudden change from excitement to chaos became one of the most concerning parts of BTS's departure. As security worked to control the crowd and guide the members away from the area, attention quickly turned to the safety of Taehyung and the other BTS members. The incident also sparked discussions among ARMY about the importance of maintaining personal boundaries, especially when artists are leaving venues. What began as a highly anticipated glimpse of BTS after rehearsal suddenly became a tense moment that no one expected. The tension appeared to reach its peak when Jungkook seemed to notice that Taehyung was becoming increasingly surrounded by the crowd. As fans continued pressing closer, Jungkook quickly moved toward Taehyung, staying near him as the group attempted to make its way through the increasingly crowded exit area. Jungkook's sudden movement immediately caught the attention of fans nearby. Rather than continuing ahead, he appeared to focus on staying close to Taehyung while the situation around them became more difficult to control. His reaction was interpreted by many fans as a protective gesture, although the exact intention behind his movement cannot be confirmed from the moment alone. At nearly the same time, security personnel appeared to recognize that the crowd was becoming too dense. Staff members quickly moved into position, creating additional space around the BTS members and attempting to prevent fans from pushing further toward them. The sudden intervention helped establish a clearer path through the crowd. Security then appeared to form a protective barrier, around BTS as they were guided toward their waiting vehicles. Staff repeatedly directed people away from the members while maintaining a moving corridor, allowing Taehyung, Jungkook, and the other members to continue toward the exit without becoming separated. The intense moment eventually began to settle as the group reached the vehicles. For ARMY watching the situation, Jungkook's quick reaction and the immediate response from security became the defining moments of the departure. What started as excitement over seeing BTS after their training session had suddenly turned into a tense reminder of how quickly a crowded celebrity exit can become difficult to manage. As the situation around Taehyung became increasingly crowded, the other BTS members also appeared to remain attentive to what was happening around them. Rather than spreading out, the group seemed to stay close together while moving toward the exit, maintaining their formation as security personnel worked to guide everyone through the crowd. The atmosphere among the members appeared noticeably more cautious as they continued toward their vehicles. With fans gathering tightly around them, staying together became especially important. The group seemed to follow the direction of their security team, allowing staff to keep the members within the same protected area and reducing the possibility of anyone becoming separated. For ARMY, who had gathered outside Rogers Stadium, the mood also appeared to change dramatically. What began with excitement and anticipation quickly shifted into concern when some fans seemed to move too close to Taehyung. Instead of simply cheering and filming the members, attention turned toward whether BTS could safely reach their vehicles. The growing concern was particularly noticeable as more hands appeared to reach toward Taehyung. Fans online later focused on the importance of giving the members enough personal space, especially during moments when they are leaving a venue. The excitement of seeing BTS up close can be overwhelming, but the situation demonstrated how quickly enthusiasm can become unsafe when boundaries are crossed. Ultimately, the members appeared to remain together as security continued guiding them away from the crowd. The tense departure became another reminder for ARMY that supporting BTS also means respecting their safety and personal boundaries. As the group finally moved toward their vehicles, the excitement surrounding their Toronto appearance was mixed with concern over just how quickly the crowd had changed. One of the most emotional moments came when Jungkook appeared to remain close to Taehyung as the group made its way through the crowded exit. With fans pressing in from different directions, Jungkook seemed to stay near Taehyung rather than allowing too much distance to develop between them. The simple gesture quickly caught the attention of fans watching the moment. As the crowd became more intense, Jungkook's proximity to Taehyung was interpreted by many ARMY as a sign of concern. He appeared to keep an eye on the situation, while security worked to create a safer path for the members. Although his exact thoughts or intentions cannot be confirmed, the visual of Jungkook staying close to Taehyung quickly became an emotional point for fans. For ARMY, the moment carried even more weight because it unfolded during an already tense situation. Fans were not only watching their favorite artists leave Rogers Stadium, but also seeing how the members appeared to rely on one another while navigating the crowded area. Jungkook and Taehyung remaining close became one of the most discussed details of the departure. Meanwhile, security continued guiding BTS toward their vehicles as the crowd was gradually pushed back. The incident served as a reminder that even a brief appearance outside a stadium can become unpredictable when excitement turns into an uncontrolled rush. Many fans emphasize that showing love for BTS should never come at the expense of their safety or personal boundaries. Now, with BTS preparing for their Toronto performance, attention is turning toward what happens next. The group is expected to face another huge gathering of ARMY around the venue, making crowd management more important than ever. But as BTS prepares for their Toronto performance, one question remains. Will security measures be enough to prevent another dangerous crowd surge?